First of all, I know it's not Halloween, but you may have heard last week we had a friggin' hurricane in New York, which I'm lucky to say that I had power and internet the whole time. I even went to work every day that week. But you know, some parts got hit very bad. We just opened up Midtown Comics downtown, just got open on Sunday, so you know, a lot of people were without power, and I don't know. Like I said, I was very lucky. But didn't get to wear my Halloween costume, so I'm gonna do it this week. Because, you know, I don't know when I'm gonna get to wear it. Anyway, this week's books. DC hasn't had a lot of new number ones because they started doing, you know, New 52, which I haven't caught up on, which doesn't give me a lot to review or recommend for you guys as far as jumping on points. So I'm happy to say that they do have coming out today DC Comics, The Sequential Art of Amanda Conner, which is a hardcover collection of a lot of her work from like 1998 on. Doesn't include the Power Girl series she did, but it does have JSA Classified, which was basically a Power Girl mini when it started out. Almost all of these were written by, you know, Jimmy Palmiotti. And if you like Amanda Conner, this is awesome stuff. You get some Birds of Prey, you get a spoiler story. You even have, like, just came out recently and I reviewed it, Ami Wonder Woman, which, you know, maybe you didn't want to read that whole series, but you get to get the art from Amanda Conner, so definitely recommend that. Awesome stuff. I'll take that any day over this New 52 stuff. But just to throw in a new number one, because they actually had one this week, Moloch, before Watchmen, Moloch. Why? I don't know. Why any of the before Watchmen stuff? But I'm only bringing this up because Eduardo Riso is, I love his stuff. So, you know, if you must have his stuff, there's that. Meanwhile, over at Marvel, I guess since they saw New 52 worked out so well, they're just rebooting all their books, or not rebooting, but renumbering, with new creative teams sometimes, which leads us to Deadpool #1, awesome Jeff Darrow cover. It's written by, what's his first name? Posen. Anyway, you know what? Does it matter who it's written by? It's exactly what you'd expect from Deadpool. Somebody has brought back zombie presidents. You know, all the United States presidents have come back to life, and they're going to set this country right. Which, you know, hilarity ensues. Basically what you'd expect. In the same vein, we've got Marvel Now Iron Man #1, written by Kieron Gillen, who I love, with art by Greg Land, who most of you do not love. So this is a hard one. I mean, you go from Matt Fraction to Kieron Gillen, that's alright, but Greg Land, I don't know. I mean, anyway, plot-wise, I mean, art-wise, you know what you're getting with Greg Land. But it's very distracting photo referencing. But story-wise, it's kind of, I haven't read Iron Man in a while, but it picks up on Ellis's Extremis storyline, so we'll see where Kieron goes with that. But basically that, Iron Man and Deadpool, they're both, you know, what you'd expect, I think. So if you like either of those, you know, not huge recommendations from me, but if you like those characters, you know, good jumping on point. Actually, I think the best thing that came out of Avengers vs. X-Men so far has been, believe it or not, AVX Consequences, also written by Kieron Gillen. And basically, I didn't really realize this, it's sort of a continuation of his X-Men stuff he's been doing, but it's leading up to the formation of kind of a, I won't say Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, but basically Magneto, Cyclops, and Magic, who is, I didn't realize this, is totally crazy. That's a pretty cool, badass evil team, or questionably evil, because, you know, they're trying to do whatever it takes. Scott, I guess, has become Malcolm X, and meanwhile Wolverine is Martin Luther King. I don't know, but it's really good stuff. It's really, I never liked Cyclops as a character, but what he went through in AVX, they kind of show the progression of it, and I actually recommend AVX Consequences. You know, pick up the whole thing, or I guess wait for the trade. That's probably the best thing that came out of AVX. And also, that's leading into, I didn't realize this, continues in all new X-Men. So it'd be cool to see what happens with Magneto, Cyclops, and Magic. But that's going to be not written by Kieran Gillen, but by Bendis. So we shall see. But you know, big two aside, Image has been putting out a lot of really good books. While DC and Marvel try to keep doing the same thing over and over, I guess, you know, in ways that'll keep us interested and engaged. Image is putting out just, you know, trying a lot of different stuff. This week, or today, we've got Storm Dogs #1, written by David Hine, who has done work for Marvel before, and art by Doug Braithwaite. So this is, it's kind of a lot like Aliens, I think, where you've got this outpost on another planet far away. There's been some mystery, or actually some murders that have been called in, so they send this team to go investigate, who are slightly too qualified to investigate this murder, so maybe whoever sent them has an idea that something bigger is up. The world itself is really cool. It's very, if you like sci-fi and not horror, but you know, kind of an Alien, like I said. Not a horror movie, but you know, man, I'm doing a bad job explaining this, but it's really good. Totally, you know, go flip through it at your local store, and I recommend it. I think it's pretty good. Continuing Image's streak of putting out new stuff, not just superhero stuff. Image also has this week Danger Club Trade Volume 1, and this is, like I said, they've been doing great stuff. I think I would, well, Matt Fraction in his introduction says, "Here's a comic at long last that is post-Authority, post-Ultimates, post-Kick-Ass, and post-Event. What comes after nihilism? Danger Club." It's really dark, but I think it might be easy to understand it to call it sort of Watchmen with the Justice, or excuse me, with Young Justice. Basically, it's all the adult superheroes have been killed in a mysterious way, and now the person, you might be able to see him here at the top, in charge of the country, is like sort of off his rocker, Grandpa Captain America. So he's a little nuts, and everything's left up to the Danger Club, which is led by sort of a Robin, Kid Vigilante, I think is his name. They've got a Gundam robot girl and a badass young Nick Fury. The art is really good. The art is by Eric Jones, and this is actually written by Landry Walker. Never heard of either of them, but this is really, really good stuff. I'd say out of the superhero, or out of the books I'm recommending this week, Danger Club collection is really good, so check that out. And I guess last but not least, just to give Image more props, we've got this Leeds Comic Arc Festival Anthology, Thought Bubble. So it's apparently, you know, a convention that we're not going to get to with all these brilliant people, but they've put out this anthology that has work by Ivan Brandon, Warren Ellis, Tony Harris, Dave Johnson, Sean Phillips, Gail Simone, Richard Starking, Scotty Young, etc. So, and also, the format is very cool. It's kind of a, you know, Wednesday comic style. So check that out, maybe. It's actually, this was a surprisingly good week for books, I think, because I think in the past few episodes I've done of this vlog, I have not had stuff that's like I'm really, genuinely really excited by. And, you know, Storm Dogs was great, Danger Club collection, Amanda Connor collection, and AVX, like I said, AVX Consequences. So, good week, good return to comics, and I'll see you guys next week.